And what is it about writing that you find so powerful, and why do you think you're actually so good at it? Because I'm a writer, obviously, and I read your stuff, and there's very few people I read, and and you probably have this experience, I suppose, too, as a writer. Sometimes you read somebody and you're like, fuck, that person's good.
Yeah.
I wish I wrote that sentence. I wish I wrote that essay.
Yeah.
What is it that draws you to writing, and why do you think you've connected with people in that medium?
Sure. I think that I don't actually view myself as a very good writer, first of all.
Why?
Well, I read people like John McPhee, or I'll read Neil Stephenson, and I just want to cry.
What, they're more beautiful, complex,
just
textured,
the prose and the multiple threads that they can tie together in this beautiful package at the end, and you're just astonished that they're able to pull these things together. Cloud Atlas, another example. However, there's a difference between beautiful prose and effective writing, and there are different types of effective writing. What I think I try very hard to do is be a good teacher using words as my medium. And I think I'm very good at being an impatient reader. And that translates, at least for me, to being able to identify exactly, for instance, at what point in a business book is the reader going to be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you told me that to live with integrity and hire the right people. How do I hire the right people? And then they're like,
you have like a bullshit detector.
Right. And it's like, well, you have to ask, the questions like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, give me 4 more examples. And I'm very impatient for details in that way. So I can look at my own writing with the same lens. The second thing I would say is, I feel I cheat a bit with my writing, in the sense that it's very hard for me to pontificate and come out with something very interesting. And there are many people who can write much more beautiful prose who will kill me in that department, but there are very few people who are willing to do the absurd, extreme experiments that I'm willing to do on myself. So if you want to have interesting writing, the cheat is just do really crazy / interesting stuff. And guess what? Like, if your grammar sucks and your prose is a little broken, as long as you have a clear voice and you have a strong position and you have an interesting story, people will read that, and it will travel.